and soaking abilities from the side of GGUL Gaming, and this is going to open up
side of GGUL Gaming. But interestingly enough, that last two picks onto the side of Fearless Esports Hong Kong was the Heino and the Byron. So Heino in the mid lane. I believe this is the first time we've seen him in mid lane. He has been played in the jungle.
Yeah, Heino actually a very, very good pick here, because with the Scepter of Fate, he will be able to burn down the Ogryn. So Status needs to watch a little bit, and you know, just keep his distance, because when Fable lands that Scepter of Fate, I believe it's going to be a very tough situation. And if you take a look at aggression coming in from Fearless Esports right away, DDEOK is already in the Crimson Golem area.
Yeah, I mean, GGUL Gaming already invaded at level 1, trying to sort of upset the jungle farm for the side of Fearless Esports.
No.
GGUL Gaming actually doing pretty well here.
Yeah, Woodwind will walk away with that 1%, but Singling, he's taking a huge risk here. It's a one-on-one. It is going to be First Blood. Fable, the one that's going to place Fearless Esports on the front foot in the first minute of the game.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a little bit of a miscommunication there between GGUL, because we saw that Hugh Hwan was actually committed to start that level 1 engage, and then all of a sudden was just like, no, let's not go too far. And then Status was like, no, we will get this first blood. And then all of a sudden, Shinlin comes round as well for the Byron and takes down the Ogryn, which is probably be a little bit of a miscommunication for GGUL Gaming.
Yep, also it was a huge bait, right? So Woodwind with the heals managed to bait him in far enough so that Fable was able to get the kill. Now, with that being said, this is a very slight goal lead, right? So about 500, 400 gold away. But Fearless Esports is the EXP that matters at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it plenty of times before with these teams. We're seeing a bit of an engage here.
Hang on, Status. DDEOK getting caught out in the middle for Unruly Blade. Will be used defensively. Gets out. Nobody dies just yet. And once again, Scepter of Fate laid down by Fable. And he is going to deter them from continuing all of this damage.
Fearless Esports living up to their name, just going into these engages like 4v4 and then just like, you know what, we'll just walk out of them without actually dying. Yes, we'll be battered. Yes, we will be bruised, but we're going to walk out anyway without losing a life.
Yeah, and this is an actual foreshadowing, right? Because if in the early stages of the game, you can't get the kill through these engages, it's going to be really tough later on. And at this point, I think it's pretty much even in the farm lane, and they're still maintaining this equilibrium for now. But they're both teams dancing on knife's edge.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more playfulness in this best of 3 compared to the last one we just saw. There was a clear domination between one of the teams of the last best of 3, whereas now it kind of seems a little bit more of a tit for tat, don't you think, Ken?
Well, the wraparound's going to happen. DDEOK going to catch his eyes onto Tenya. The anti-CC properties will be procced with the Tremor Smash, and it looks like they will not overcommit at this time.
Yeah, there seems to be a bit of a commitment issue here for these two teams. One of the teams is overly committed and the other is just not. And it's Fearless Esports that just aren't committed. They're like, yeah, we won't get them just yet. We'll wait for the perfect moment until they overcommit, and we will undercommit, but we will neutralize that overcommitment and get the kill. But a bit of an engage.
Yeah, Fable going in against the Yuan Doc, forced to use his ultimate. Likewise, Fable will reset with the Fate Rewind. And now, this is not looking pretty, because Fearless Esports Hong Kong will be able to take another fight shortly, and that's what's going to happen in the top lane. Status falling a bit low. Not a sight you expect to see going up such, at such an early timing in the game.
Yes, neutral objectives are now up. We're seeing Fearless Esports surrounding the Tyrant as well, so giving over that extra damage to the likes of the Ali, but big engage.
Oh, Doc, he tries for the smite, will not get it, but his farm lane will. June gets it done in the middle now. It is going to be DDEOK, gets taken out. This is looking like a great fight for GGUL Gaming, but here comes the turnaround. June laying down the pain as well. Status joins in the fight. He will get the kill, and they get the cleanup as well. It's going to be a 2-for-2 even trades across the board, but it's DDEOK who takes the fall. So jungler for jungler, and mid for a Singling support. Mid as well.
Yes.
Wait, hang on. Crash.
The commitment issues was clearly ironed out there. Both of the teams finally decided to commit the right amount and go for a full-scale battle there. Both finishing on a 2-2 trade, which was really well. It was nice to see that GGUL Gaming was able to steal that neutral objective off the side of Fearless Esports. So Derenji just last hitting the Tyrant was probably what saved them in that last team fight.
Yep, you know what, Blam? This game is much closer than I think everyone has anticipated for. Even the comment section just now, they were saying it should be a walkover. But at this point, GGUL Gaming just holding their own. Here comes Unruly Blade. Dao goes in, gets caught out, knocked up. They will not commit. Once again, I think it is just Fearless Esports maintaining the knowledge that let's not overstep our boundaries at this point.
Yeah, they've already seen that GGUL Gaming committed that
on the top lane,
flaw.
1v1. Singling gets taken down as Status gets a kill himself. It's going to be level 8 for him. He should have the EXP advantage as well.
Yeah, so again, 1v1 going into the favor of Status, kind of getting that revenge tour that he missed in that first part of the match. That level 1 invade, not quite going in his favor, but now he's level 8. Now he's got that his ultimate, got a few items built up there. Probably not a full complete item, but maybe some tier 2s coming through here for the side of GGUL Gaming. But it was enough to take down the Byron. Already a bit of an aggressive engage here for Fearless Esports in this mid lane.
Yep, and here's the strength of the Ogren, right? So Status actually was 1 level below, and with the Seer State, he actually got that 4% health kill. Now, at this point, you know, my expectations are that Fearless Esports, hang on, it is going to be an absolute deletion here, as the mid lane will be taken out. No, it's the jungle. Doc gets taken out, and right now, T1 being threatened as they're looking for more. Fearless Esports are truly fearless. They want more. They will not get it, but they get rewarded with a T1.
Yeah, they get the T1 in the mid lane, which I would probably argue is more important now going into the 7th minute into the game, now that they're opening up their enemy jungle. But for the side of GGUL Gaming, they do actually have the T2s in the side lane, so there'll be no more sort of like going back to safety for the side of GGUL Gaming. A little bit of a tussle here in the Crimson Golem.
Yep, so what's concerning here is that Fearless Esports are allowing Status to really just, progress with the split push. And finally, looks like they will try and stop this attempt.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the heroes you don't want to leave on his own, right? Orgren's got a fast wave clear. He's able to get out as well, so just parkour over the walls or just put down the bridge just to get that movement speed increase as well. So he's not kind of the person you want to be leaving there on his own just to be sort of like, oh, well, we can go and counter that at a later date. We'll think about that later on, but here we are.
Yeah, they commit the flash as well. It's a 2-on-1 Status. He will not be able to hang on just yet. It is going to be a trade. He does bring someone down. And unfortunately for the side of Fearless Esports, they had to give away their farm lane. Dao now in the middle of a 1v4. Going to be saved at this point by Woodwind as well as the defensive Unruly Blade.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of an overzealous attempt there in that clash lane, because there was a huge minion wave at the T2 doing a lot of damage. It looks like something is brewing up here. They're trying to negate that minion wave so that GGUL Gaming don't try and take the fight.
It's not a good fight to take, and that's why they're going in. Fearless Esports, they look for the backlines as well. It is 4 members onto Cliché. He will be taken out shortly, and with this, it is going to be 6-4. Fearless Esports, they take 1 step forward. They're looking for another opening at this point, and here we go. It's another engagement. It is going to be Woodwind providing the heals, but at this point, the bigger objective is the Tyrant. Will they get it? It is secured, but can they get it out safely? Will not allow so. Singling going to be the first one to fall on the side of Fearless Esports, and here comes the turnaround. You are going to use the ultimate. The heals are coming in, but it is not enough. Here we go. KK gets the kill as Fable joins in the fray as well. They're looking for more. One more. The stun comes in, but Fable, he does have the Fate Rewind. Will be allowed to Fate Rewind just in time, and now the damage is going to start laying in on the side of Fearless Esports. They feel, hey, it is a win already. We have the advantage. Let's back out.
I think that has to be probably one of the longest brawls we've seen in the Open Series 2 just now, because that kind of went on for quite some time. It was around the Tyrant, it then finished, Tyrant was secured by Fearless Esports, and then we had a little bit more of a tussle between the Crimson Golem as well. And after all that, I feel like that definitely went into the favor of Fearless Esports Hong Kong, because they have the minion waves pushed already. T2 not looking very healthy, but still another engage.
Dao getting caught out again. Here comes the conductor. So he's gonna get out with the Unruly Blade, but the damage is just too much to get the kill. GGUL Gaming, they're looking for more. One more would win. He's not gonna survive for long as Status gets the kill. Status quo for the side of GGUL Gaming, but June falling a bit low in the mid lane. And on the back line, so Lianpo, he's gonna try his life. He's gonna pay for it as well. And it is going to be a 2-for-2 trade, so it's still even Stevens at this point. But Fearless Esports Hong Kong, they get rewarded with the Shadow Tiger.
Yeah, they're looking to try and take the lead within these neutral objectives right now, but you can kind of see that GGUL Gaming are trying to push that clash lane. They do procure the T2. Is that a solid trade for the Shadow Overlord now? Obviously, side of Fearless Esports Hong Kong have now got an 80 seconds increased damage. They have the lightning rod effect as well, but we are seeing an attempt here for the Shadow Overlord onto GGUL Gaming, which would really sit nicely into how their gameplay has been thus far. Just focusing the turrets, trying to take fights when they can. Maybe a little bit more of an overstep than usual, but here we go, Ken. We're having a bit of a tussle between the two teams.
Yep, the encroachment of vision working so well. The Yuan takes a fall. Doc is no longer in the fight as well. On the backlines, they're looking for more. Singling catches out Cliche. Can he get the kill? He's diving under the tower. It will be 2. 3 kills for the side of Fearless Esports. Fearless indeed. They take a step forward and they crush GGUL Gaming at this 11-minute mark. They're still not done yet. It is Tenya who's falling a bit low. Will walk out. The lightning charge does not get the final hit, but they do push him all the way into the back of the base.
No.
Quarantine, there's no way out. Fearless Esports, they have the opening of their life. Tier 3 in the middle, opened up the base. Will be starting to look a little more barren at this point.
I think Shinlin has been learning a little bit from Snow, right? Those backline ganks really sorted out that team fight nicely, and we're still not done yet, Ken.
Yep, it is not the end of the fight. They are falling low. The Wavebreaker on the side of Woodwind. They get the heal down, but here comes Status, comes in. Conductor shows. Can they get the knockout? Premise Smash committed. It's not enough. Fearless Esports, they do it all. Cliche, the last one to fall as they rampage their way through.